So, who was Ahithophel? Now, 2 Samuel chapter 16, the very last verse, verse 23, tells us a bit about what Ahithophel does. And the counsel of Ahithophel, which he counseled in those days, was as if a man had inquired at the oracle of God. So was all the counsel of Ahithophel, both with David and with Absalom. This was how Ahithophel's counsel was perceived. That if you take counsel from him, if you take advice from him, it is as if you have consulted God. You have consulted the oracle of God himself. And it was God, it was like God speaking to you. Because if you follow through with whatever direction, whatever advice he had given, you are never going to fail. And it says this was how the counsel of Ahithophel was in the days of what? David. And even with Absalom. Okay. So now we will understand why David prayed in 2 Samuel chapter 15, verse 31. It says, and one told David, saying, Ahithophel is among the conspirators with Absalom. And David said, O Lord, I pray thee, turn the counsel of Ahithophel into foolishness. So now you know why David prayed that prayer. Because Ahithophel's counsel was as if you had consulted with the oracle of God. So David had to engage something more superior than Ahithophel's counsel. And that only could be God. It was only God who could turn the counsel of Ahithophel around so that it would favor David. Because whatever Ahithophel was going to counsel Absalom, if Absalom should follow through with it, it was going to be a devastating result for David. So God is the only one who could save David at that point in time. So Ahithophel was a counselor. But then, who else was he? We know what he does, but who was he? Let's read from the very place where all this began. 2 Samuel chapter 11. And verse 3, it says, and David sent and inquired after the woman. And one said, is not this Bathsheba, the daughter of Eliam, the wife of Uriah the Hittite? Okay, still we don't see Ahithophel mentioned here, but we have gotten two names. Eliam and then Uriah the Hittite.